a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Tiny Bishie. Alright, it is the All Saints Wake event. I will warn you right now, this is the event. Yes, that has a clown in it, so if you are, if you are afraid of clowns, then I would suggest you click off now. And I'll see you, well, this video and the next two are going to be the event. So, yeah, be on the lookout for future videos that don't involve the event. Sorry about that, everyone. But for those of you who are staying, let's get to... Aw, you have a Gigi! So cute. Alright. And I have my computer, I have the game in like windowed mode instead of full screen, so it should run a bit smoother, but we'll see. Until I can get my new computer. Floppy bunny. Okay. Let's... Again, I don't know how long this event is, so I apologize. But it's an interesting little story this time around. Okay. Oh no, this right. I have the hiccups too. I apologize. The Fright Stuff. The Adventurers Guild investigator is eyeing the festive displays with a healthy dose of suspicion. This quest is available for a limited time only. Oh my stars, could it be? The self-same adventurer who helped us keep wickedness at bay and transformed All Saints Wake from a night of screams into a day of revelry. Thank the 12 for bringing you to us, for the fiends of the realm knock at our door once again, and we need a dauntless soul to help us ensure that they don't tear it off its hinges. The host of this year's Parade of Horrors is a woman with a pumpkin for a head. I shudder to consider whether this is some elaborate costume or... No, perhaps it is best not to know. The strange appearance makes my skin crawl, to say nothing of her underlings. Why, one might think the Continental Circus was come again, hiding their monstrous intentions behind the guise of celebration. We can be grateful that none have yet fallen under their spell, but I fear it is only a matter of time. We must act quickly to unearth their schemes. I would begin a thorough investigation at once, but I'm afraid my surveillance duties here prevent me from moving freely. That, my friend, is why I need you. Approach the pumpkin-headed witch under the flag of friendship, and offer your services to our ghastly celebration. If you catch even a whiff of foul deeds, I want you to put a stop to them before any innocents come to harm. Okay. I knew I could count on you. Now then, you'll find our quarry just across the way at Miketo's amphitheater. There she is, doubtless attempting to draw any and all passers-by into her ungodly possession. Humor her for now, but take care not to fall victim to her honeyed words. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you, because I want to get the vampire bats for my house whenever I get one. Oops. Heh, it is you. I knew your arrival was inevitable, for any who once indulge in the revelry of All Saints' Wake cannot resist a chance to relive their experience. Oh, such eagerness! We are ever in need of willing hands to help with the festivities, preferably with bodies still attached. Of course, I understand that you have been tasked with bringing to light any iniquity on my part, but you know from experience I am perfectly harmless, so you're free to conduct your little investigation if it pleases you. Together, I believe we can make this All Saints' Wake into one that will be remembered for moons to come. Yet before we begin, allow me to illuminate the history of this event and our intentions here. On this most unhallowed of nights, the saints revel in their palatial heavens, and as their judgmental eyes become leaden from drink, the impure are free to feast and frolic without fear of punishment. In ages past, the common folk would rue the coming of this night, and cower in their homes. That is, until the adventurers took it upon themselves to rid the streets of evil, thus turning the event into a celebration of your collective bravery. A joyous happening, to be sure, but what of the goblin, the ghost, and the gremlin? Unfortunately, there are many monstrous sorts who yet consider this a night to spread fear like a plague. And so it struck me, what if All Saints' Wake could be an occasion for celebration among mortal and monster alike? I believe there is room for light in even the darkest of hearts. Which brings me to the question of your involvement. I would have you aid a minion of mine named Papa Gruff in facilitating an All Saints' Wake that will allow you and yours to join hands in mutual merriment. Allow yours and mine. Okay. Oops. Perhaps you know Papa Gruff. He was once a void set so depraved that his kin spoke of him only in hushed whispers. But I have since shackled, or rather, politely reasoned with him to commit devilry no more. Knowing of his formidable magic prowess, I have set him to work under these guiding words. Frighten enough to tickle, but not to scar. Fear need not be an unpleasant experience, and Papa Gruff is doing his utmost to strike that delicate balance between felicity and fright, not with much success as I understand. I would love to proffer him advice myself, but I believe one such as you would know better what appeals to the mortals of the city. Might you give our beleaguered Papa Gruff a few words of advice? Heh, thank you truly. He should be putting on a performance near the Leatherworkers Guild at present, assuming he has yet to be chased from Gridania's borders. Please speak with him and give him my encouragements. Okay. So he's going to be over here. Also, I apologize for the yawning. It's been a rough week and I'm still kind of recovering. Well, work week for me. You are the meddlesome adventurer. Rather, I see tidings of my humble performance has reached even your ears, good sir. Please honor me with your presence as a guest of honor. Without further ado, I shall summon up foul beast before your very eyes. I only hope you brought a change of small clothes. A monster? It will take more than a magician's cantrip to scare me. Look here, my dear thrill-seekers. Here lies an ordinary pumpkin, or is it? Take care not to blink, for any moment of distraction may well be your last. The pupper. Arr. I love how they call it pumpkin puff, or pumpkin pup. Oh, the terror! Those bloodthirsty eyes, those razor-sharp fangs. Flee if you dare, but this hellhound will chase you to the ends of the earth to have its owns of flesh. And I would know, considering the scars of its wrath upon my backside. Oh my god. Imagine each and every pumpkin adorning this fair city transformed into such a thing. Why, dread would prey upon Gridania to the last ilm if I made it so. A veritable banquet of chaos. Oh god. Bloody brilliant. You drew us all in with that talk of monsters, only to dash our expectations with an adorable pup. I admit some confusion at first, but now I see you're a clown among clowns. Not a single blood-curdling scream? But the smile is not a complete failure, I suppose. Ah, my pumpkin-headed master asked you to help me? Well, allow me to peel back the curtain, as they say. Considering our previous acquaintance, this hardly bears repeating, but my true form is that of a void scent. My, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose it would be inconvenient if you ran away screaming from every sideways glance in my direction. Now, for the matter of this furry abomination. Frightened enough to tickle but not scar is the agreement that binds me to my master. I don't need to be told twice that summoning any of my kind would be a gross violation of that covenant. So, remembering the deceptively winsome countenance of this vicious hellhound, I thought it would strike the perfect balance between horrifying and heartwarming. That is, until a child at an earlier show burst into tears at the pup's appearance. Now, I've seen a man react with a hearty laugh at the exact same dog, with nary a trace of fear in his voice. The difference is vexing. Tell me, is a puppy something to be feared or cuddled? Okay. So for Tiny, I'm going to put feared by children and cuddled by adults, but sometimes the opposite. Do you jest? Do you mean to say your kind's definition of terror differs from person to person? I admit, that does explain the sheer contrast in reactions I've observed so far, and it does place me between a rock and a hellish soul-rending place. If my task was simply a matter of bringing people to fearful tears, the ground beneath you would already be soaked through. How in the hell's good name does one frighten a tickle? Ah, but you with your delicate sensibilities can teach me to mix dread and delight with a charmingly chilling concoction, or into a charming chilling concoction. Let us begin at once. Okay. Let's get right to it, eh? First we need to find people to scare, but not scar. Your kind seems to gravitate toward the pumpkins we place throughout the city, which creates the perfect opportunity for mild mischief. One of our displays should be just over this hill, and another is near the Lancers Guild. Your job is to tell me what to transform the pumpkins into once we find suitable test subjects. Let's see how well you tickle. Alright. Popgruff is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Papa Gruff behind by entering a different area or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Popograph accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. So basically, like with the Christmas event. Ooh. An All Saints Wake performance? Very well, but I face slavering monsters almost daily, so it would take something quite fantastic to make me flinch. Oh, I could make him flinch so hard his heart would burst in his chest. But that's neither here nor there. What type of ghoul would be suitable? So the option is give him the ghastliest ghoul you can muster. Well, if you say so, allow me to oblige. Egads! That gave me quite a fright. I only hope I never face such a monstrosity on one of my patrols, else my final act might be to soil my breeches. Well played, well played. Okay. So next we go to the Lancers Guild. And we have to run, can't take the crystals or else Popograph goes away. Ooh, the ground pixelated so much, I'm sorry about that. Oh, it looked like it pixelated. These decorations are so scary. You're not here to trick me, are you? This one is ripe for the picking. Forget it. Forget I said anything. So, what kind of ghoul do you suggest? So for this one, you do something spoopy. Pardon me, spooky. If you really think so. Eek, huh? You know, when you look at it, it's actually kind of cute. The purple smoke was a little scary, though. I think I'm beginning to understand if a fright doesn't kill your kind. I think I'm beginning to understand. If a fright doesn't kill your kind, it can actually be somewhat pleasant. I believe I'm ready to take the proverbial stab at it. Come, come. There should be more pumpkins around Apkalu Falls. Alright. So then we go this way. Sorry, I'm getting notifications from work. Don't tell me you're supposed to send a chill down my spine. Clowns are for babies. For babies, are they? I'll make this lass wish she was back in her mother's womb. You there, little girl, look well upon this pumpkin. Ah, a monster. Ah ha ha, what an impressive magic. My heart won't stop pounding. Dot and Ma will have the fright of their life when I tell them I saw a real honest-to-God's monster. I can't wait to tell them. Haha, I'll think twice before I insult the clown again. Thank you for the thrills. Did she say thank you? I scared her near out of her shoes and she thanks me? Can't say I've experienced that before. I dare say I even enjoyed it. Yes, now is the time to capitalize upon this newfound tickling skill of mine. Let us visit the display near the Whistling Miller next. Good day to you, young lady. Might you join me in celebrating the joyous occasion that is All Saints' Wake? Celebrate? That's the last thing on my mind. Please go and bother someone else with that ghoulish makeup. Oh my, aren't you in a fright? And not the good kind either. What happened, lass? Papa Gruff is here to help. You'll really help? Well, I could certainly do worse than a clown. I've come from the Great Loam Growery, although fled from is probably more appropriate. I was tilling the fields like always when I heard a frightful voice from behind me. I turned around to meet it, and came face to face with the foulest monster I've ever seen. When I regained my senses, I was here, my throat hoarse from screaming. No power in the realm can pursue me to return, not while that horror wanders unchecked. A monster? But we haven't visited the growery yet. What could it have been, do you think? So I'm going to say we might have a real demon on our hands. You may very well be right. Those illusions I summoned are no more capable of free movement than the pumpkins they sprang from. Yes, no doubt they are void scent running amok. Here I am tying myself into knots trying to learn the subtleties of spookery, while some uncouth brute goes rampaging through the Twelveswood with nary a thought toward artistry. If we forgive such behavior, our efforts to find glee and terror would have been for naught. Tremble and fear no longer at last. We shall investigate the matter. Truly, you're the first people to believe my claims are more than seasonal mischief. Oh, I knew Father was wrong when he said all clowns were villains. Thank you. Again, those words ring strangely in my ears. However, 'tis not an entirely unpleasant sensation. I know this wasn't why you were sent to assist me, but there's no telling how many of my kind we may find. A single void, or clown, can only achieve so much. So would you lend me your aid in case the situation gets undesirably bloody? Thank you. Look at me expressing gratitude, and to one of your kind no less. Well, no matter. Let us depart to the Great Lone Growery and settle this. Alright. Okay. I'm going to take a little shortcut and hop the fence. A roguish quarry is close, doubtless lying in wait somewhere to catch us unawares. Once they show themselves, don't indulge them with anything but a face of stony indifference. Boo! Oh, come on. As I thought, a fellow void sent. And what, pray tell, are you doing here? A brother of the void? Then you know why I'm here, for the night of devilry. Once we are free to carouse, creep, and caper, guided by the great pumpkin-headed archfiend. Far too long we have been denied our demonic rights, and it is I who shall reinstate our grandest event. Yes, the age of the great gourd shall give way to the era of the great pot. Even now, my allies lie in wait throughout the city, ready to usher in the night of devilry. You must join us, brother. Join us as we rise again. No. What? Why? Even if I wanted to, my covenant prevents me from engaging in the wanton vileness you propose. Regardless, I have no desire to join you for the same cheap jaunt through the city with only a few startled mortals to show for it. Such indelicate devilry would only result in our swift and total annihilation. Ha! Spoken like a true coward. Don't tell me you're frightened of some sharpened sticks and clumsy clubs. Oh, but I am frightened, as you too would be, had you tasted the full brunt of my master's fury. Perhaps you may yet, if you continue to insist upon this foolish course. I have learned how to blend in with the people here, and extract terror in such a way that does not tempt retaliation. Your plan would bring but a single night of debauchery. Learn how to cohabit, however, and our collective revelry can last forevermore. Tripping over my own words. Traitor! Then my minions and I will devour you and your puny popoto of a friend. Hehehe. The music changed. That head! The great gourd! Naughty children ill deserve to join the festivities. They should be happy as decorations, to serve as an example for any who would follow in their footsteps. My lady, how pleasant it is to see you. Dare I ask why you grace us with your presence? I caught wind of a void scent disturbance and came here to investigate. When I heard your voices, I knew something was afoot. Heh, I must say, I am quite pleased that you see the merit in my approach to All Saints' Wake. Yet something must be done about the other beasts that have crept into the city. Let us give them the same treatment and continue enjoying this unhallowed season on our own terms. Okay, so now we talk to her. With your help, rounding up our reckless kin should prove to be a simple matter. Let us make this All Saints' Wake an occasion to remember for those who dwell in the light and shadow alike. If you sight any errant ghouls, perform the spell I demonstrated earlier. In so doing, we shall convince the residents of Gridania that the source of their supposed nightmares was naught but a cluster of mundane pumpkins. This wand possesses the transformative powers you require. Simply swing it about in a grandiose manner and point it at your target. Once the charms have been cast, I shall collect the pumpkins. I understand they are quite delicious when baked in pie. Heh uh-oh. Woo! You'll learn the emote All Saints charm. So yes, there's also a Fall Guys event going on. Oops. I want to click Papa Gruff, not the bean. A charmed life. Papa Gruff is eager to rid Gridania of his wicked brethren. Just when I was getting the hang of being the life of the party, instead of the death of it. Let's wrap this up quickly, lest this year's All Saints' Wake be remembered as a disaster. I sense something sinister lurking deeper in these fields, as well as a trail heading to the east, perhaps toward the market or the Lancers Guild. Splitting up will be the easiest way to end this quickly. I'll escort the botanist from earlier back here and deal with whatever still haunts the grovery. Excuse me. I should use the opportunity to convince her that what she witnessed before was nothing but an overzealous pumpkin. That should put her heart at ease. I will leave the rest of Gridania to you. Once the void scent have been verily vegetated, meet me at Maketo's amphitheater so we can deliver my master news of our success. Now, let the show begin. Okay. So now that he's not following me anymore, I can use the shard to transport. And we're going to go to the Lancers. Okay. Hehe. The Wood Wailer and the Boy Set are locked in a tense standoff. Flick your wand and use the All Saints charm to lighten the mood. Okay. So I gotta go to social, emotes. And there's All Saints Charm. That was a little stutter, sorry. A pumpkin? Wait, this is all part of the All Saints Wake festivities, isn't it? I must say, this made my heart skip a beat. If this is what adorns the streets, I cannot wait to see what the main stage has in store. Okay. And then I'm going to turn around and go this way. Come on. What? It was just a pumpkin. I knew the wood whalers wouldn't let such wicked things into the city. I've never seen such a feat of illusion before. If the rest of All Saints Wake is as entertaining, I'd best go and find the main events. Okay, and then the other one is this way. Ooh, double hit. Sorry, that was my work phone. I have no control over that noise. Huh? What? It was a pumpkin the whole time? I can't believe I fell for that. But now that I know it was just a trick, I'd like to see it again. You have turned all the prowling void scent into harmless pumpkins. Papa Gruff awaits at Maketo's amphitheater here. Tidings of your success. Okay. There you are. I took care of the void scent still haunting the Great Lone Brewery. Did your hunt go smoothly? Good, good. Now we can safely say the only frights in store for the citizens of Gridania are of the decidedly entertaining variety. I took the liberty of gathering the pumpkins you created. Their punishment will not be eternal, but they can stand to remain in their current form for the duration of the festivities. It's the least they can do in repentance. There you are, my fearless clown. Thank you for reassuring me. I had worried I might have to retire from my position at the Great Lone Brewery and seek less haunted climates. As the master of the Botanist Guild, allow me to extend my personal thanks for helping my gifted pupil avoid such a decision. It would have been a grievous loss for all of us. Oh, it was no trouble at all. In fact, I should thank you for being such an exemplary audience. A true entertainer brings his all to every stage, be it a grand amphitheater or cozy vegetable patch. I only hope you were half as thrilled as I was. That's scary, or whatever that was looks so real. I never could have guessed it was just a garden variety pumpkin. Truly, I feel privileged to have seen such a master of illusion at his craft. As do I. Would that every day were so filled with surprises. As a token of our thanks, we made some pumpkin cookies from our most recent crop. Please enjoy them in good health. I do believe I can get used to this being thankful thing. Well, since you've gone through the trouble, I'd best eat them before they've cooled. To my good health. This is delicious! Uh-oh. You spooked him. This flavor, I've never tasted anything like it. The cookie's aether is tinged with something I can't quite pin down. It's bold, but not overpowering. Is this the taste of gratitude? Oh, how much of my life have I wasted only supping on terror, when all along a whole world of flavors was left neglected. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I shall consider your words a compliment nonetheless. These cookies are but a small token of my appreciation. I only wish I could have given more. You mean I could potentially receive more gifts? If frightened or performing my act will get me more baked delights, I'd better get to work straight away. Why, this is shaping up to be quite the All Saints' Wake indeed. Heh, I could not have imagined a better day of celebration after all. For all. Our success here is in no small part thanks to you. As I believe that Papa Gruff now has matters well at hand, I shall return to my manor. Pray visit if you are so inclined. Ah yes, before I forget, do appraise the troublesome investigator of what has transpired here. Maybe he will finally cast his prying eyes elsewhere. Okay. So it's roughly about a 45-minute event. Right. Not too bad. Let's talk to the investigator. What a fantastic yarn. Monsters plotting against monsters, all to make us happy. I admit I find your story hard to swallow, but I also see no reason why a fellow guild member would lie. Very well, I shall take your tale at face value, and consider these to be glad tidings indeed. However, I cannot help but wonder if this was all an elaborate ruse. They knew we were watching them, and that may have compelled them to put on a show of charity. After all, a monster cannot change its skin overnight. I shall continue to keep a close eye on their activities from afar. I thank you for everything you've done, and hope against hope that the evil has been laid to rest. You now have access to Sneaky Hollow. Speak with the unusual usher at Makito's amphitheater to be escorted to the costume party. And I unlocked Delightfully Frightful. So, if you saw last year's event, it's basically the same thing, but I'll go through it real quick one last time. Should you wish to visit my master's residence, it would be my pleasure to escort you. Yes. So, got all the cute little pumpkins and stuff all around. All the posters and the little decorations. I have to use my mouse all over the place to look up and stuff because I'm so small. All the tea parties are here. And then we go up here. Oop. It's a little cute little area here. The pumpkin patch. Then there's this little picnic type area here. And then here is the pumpkin lady again, and this is the little house. You can't go in the house, but you can look at everything outside of it. See, there's more decorations. This is cute. Then over here is little footprints and little paw prints. That's all this is over here. Little kitty with the bats. Oh, I went too far. There's a little graveyard over here. Oh, our little pot friend. So yeah. This area was opened last year, I think it was. A lot more people came through last year and was role-playing and enjoying this little area. Not so much this year. And go back to Gardania. Yes. Alright, and that is All Saints Wake for 2023. Like I said, it's cute little storyline this year. Papa Gruff is good void this time around. He's trying to be good. Let's just put it that way. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. So that's gonna be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.